we are back. Finishing up our power wash simulator. We only have, as you can see, 5 levels left to go. Fix that there. At least one of them is a long level, so we'll be spending a little bit of time here. But after that, we'll go this. Then we'll swap over to Symphony of the Night, which is already in go mode. We can finish that out, and then we'll be able to finish out Wind Waker after that. So, in theory, we should be able to finish out all 3 games and this multi-world today. So, let's get to it. Let's see here. And as usual, remember we set up the YAML that we need to finish out every single level that's given to us, but I made that script to make a custom set of levels, so we don't need to think about what we're doing. We just need to go into it. And the aquarium is the long one, so let's do it. Start with the long one, and then we'll blast out all the other ones after that. There might be a medium or 2 still in there, but I know there's only 2 long levels I have set up in the YAML, so. And I know this is one of them. We do have the tri-tip, so that does help a little bit. This is just a big level. Just knock out each area. Oh yeah, look at those dings. So many dings. Hopefully we're at a decent level in Symphony of the Night that we'll be able to just go straight to Dracula and knock that out. I don't think we'll need to grind any. Should be fine. And then Wind Waker, we're just missing a couple items and be able to blast out the end of that. Got a lot of little tiny pieces. All these lights, all these decorations. There's a lot to this level. And my highlight's not going to do much because it's all blue. It's all just going to look the same. If I need to get to the point where I need to highlight stuff, I might need to change the color of my highlight. Typically I like blue because I see it easier, and not too many levels have blue things where it blends in, but when it does blend in, it really blends in. Since we might be finishing this multi-world today, remember on my Discord, you're able to hop in and vote for the next game that we had in the multi-world. Last I checked, it was a tie between 5 games, I think. They may have 5 games with 1 vote each. If you hop in there, maybe you can break that tie, or make it a 6-way tie. Who knows? It can go either way. But looking forward to seeing what we add to the next one. I might take a little break from that and then start that next week, because I've been actually... Over here. Oh, door sensor. I've actually been diving pretty hard into the Secret of Evermore randomizer, so I might actually play a little bit of that tomorrow to just change it up a little bit. Actually a pretty fun little randomizer game. Hopped into the community and might actually start taking part of their weeklies. If I can get to the point where I feel comfortable actually running it quickly. Right now I doubt I can get even a sub 3-hour time, whereas most of their runs I see are like around 2 hours shorter. I'm having to question way too many decisions right now. But we'll see. We'll see. The only way I can get better is by doing it. Behind all these little decorations. the rest of this barrier. Missing a barrier. Oh, missing on the inside. There we go. Stool, you're in the way. Go away. But yeah, all those letters. Seahorse. Gotta clean the seahorse. Seahorse, clean. All these ledges. I just mean I'll open this little crack here. Finish out this display. No, I'm going to end up missing some stuff we're going to have to come back to, but that's just the way it is. I don't have every level memorized. It's like, all right, I need to make sure I get this, 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 and this. They separate it nicely. You can kind of clean up each section before moving on. Like that. So this with all way up there. There we go. There's probably going to be a crack somewhere that I missed. Yep, oh, there we go. Alright, this wall over here, probably. Oh, there we go. Alright, just a quick poke around. Barrier. Barrier probably the side somewhere. Over here in this corner? Yeah, this corner. There we go. Wall. Get up in here. Which wall? So it goes all the way over to here. All the way over to here. Okay. Go. Just a quick scan. I think that's pretty much everything in there. All right, move on. section. No, they're not. Just too hard on it. Leave a little bit behind. It's a percentage-based thing, so as long as you get the majority of the real big chunks, it should be good. The larger the section is, the more you can leave behind, so it's not the worst. Frame right? Yeah. So this frame, there we go. Finish off the rest of this section. This is a long level, I don't mind it too much. It's sectioned out nicely, so it's like a bunch of short levels. Oh well. Go and get the rest of this wall. There we go. I believe that is most everything. Yeah, okay. Moving on. Let's hear the ding storm. Oh yeah. Ding 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 ding. Very satisfying. Arch. Tall. I don't like tall rooms. Oh, hey, I got there. I got cool. I don't have to get up there that much. Wall is done. Oh, is that part of the wall? Oh, it was part of the wall. Nice. Okay, cool. Figured that would be a frame right there, that orange part. Okay, here. Hey, manta ray. Stingrays and manta rays different? I don't know, actually. Never actually looked that up. They're just different names of the same thing. Like there's technically no such thing as a panther. There's multiple things that are considered panther. They're all part of the Panthera subspecies. It's like jaguars, like myself, leopards, pumas, all that stuff. They're all considered panthers, but there's nothing actually a panther. So I don't know if that's what the same thing like manta rays and stingrays or what. I don't know. say, okay, yep. I'll go back there and finish out that room. I wasn't sure if this split and there was more that way. I would have to go around and maybe this loops around, but it does not. This just goes that area and then it's a single little hallway, so let's just finish off this little area while we're here. Actually, this might be a medium level considering I'm already at 40%. Thought this was long. It just went by fast and it just felt a little bit shorter than usual. Maybe it was on the cusp of being medium or long. Well, how far does it go up? It goes all the way up to there, which can almost reach the ceiling from here. I'm assuming with this wall, very tiny bit. There we go. This pipe should be about done. Probably a little bit on top. Yep. I have to get to the top of that pipe once I go up the ladder. And same with that one. Let's go ahead and just get the rest of this wall. Maybe. There's probably going to be a little bit hiding on top of that pipe. Just get what we can have access to. We'll get the rest once we go up this ladder. Definitely make sure I get this floor and this short wall. There's the same, yeah. I get the rest of this wall. And get the ceiling while I'm here. Yep. I just get that while we're looking at it. I have to get the rest of that wall as we go up the ladder. Alright. I'll say good enough for now before we get more of this door. Frame. I'm probably missing. Yep, this area. Hide stuff back behind this door. Rude. This one I just missed. Alright. Alright. Now let's go back in here. Clean up the rest of this. Which is mean. I have to clean this side of the glass and the other side of the glass, so it makes it one big glass chunk, so it's hard to see exactly what you're missing on this side. Because if I do the highlight, it looks like it's still completely covered, but that's because it's on the other side. Hopefully I can get this as clean as I can so I don't have to go all the way back around. Though probably will anyway because we're going to miss some small thing somewhere. So, not the worst. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is the worst. Let's see. Get the rest of this frame. Oh, no, actually it is two sides of the glass. Never mind. Vent. What's vent? Those guys. Definitely would have missed that. They blend in a lot. Where's this frame? Where am I missing on the frame? A little bit up there. Go. Here's the ceiling. That's a whale. There's the shark. Like, what am I stepping on? Oh, that's like, oh, there's a ladder. Back to the ceiling. Shark. Whale. Damn it. It's a hammerhead. Now it's a shark. Shark. Shark on. There, come on. Get the rest of the ceiling. So close to being done. So close. Last couple chunks. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright. Finish off this sign. Start and finish off the sign. Hehehe. Alright, and let's go around and clean up the rest. Big ding. Yep, I was about to say, there should be too much left of this, and there it goes. This floor split up into sections, so this should be finishing up that section. There we go. I believe that is about everything. Quick check. Oop, nope, it's all a little bit over here. Yep. So what I'm doing at that, I'm just staring. If you see right up here, there's the progress meter of each area that I'm highlighting. So basically I kind of do this and just see, you can see right there, I see a little bit of progress in that section. So I just kind of go over just see if anything flashes. It's like, oh, yep, some stuff flashes. So, oh, that's in this room though. So yeah, that was to be expected. Just a quick check. All right, we'll go in this room and continue. Go ahead and go up now. Go ahead and clean out what I can with this ladder. Oh, there we go. That should get the rest of this wall too. Once I clean in there, yep. All right, let's finish out this section. Get this pipe. Get this pipe. Ceiling, wall. A little bit in this wall. Yep. I believe that's everything in there. Oop, nope. There's all a tiny bit. What do I see a tiny bit for? I don't know. We're going to have to come back and look that up after the fact, I think. Oh, what's in there? There's something in there I missed. Door handle, maybe? No, I'm pretty sure I got that. Alright, whatever. Moving on. Like I said, we'll definitely be leaving some stuff behind, though. We'll have to go back and clean anyway, so... Floor. Finish up for me. There we go. See, this frame has a section to it. That's why I was thinking those other ones would. Thinking those little blue specks as dirt. I'm like, oh, did I miss something? No, I did not. That wall. Should be able to get this wall. Yep. Light. Let's get the other side. It's light. Go. That is everything up here. This section and this ladder, and we'll just keep going. Check the outer side of the ladder. Okay. Chunk of wall here. Messing with that wall. There, got the area with the ladder. There we go. Just cover everything. Get the right distance to cover the entire screen without moving the camera. That would be perfect. Get underneath that? Probably. Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's most of the helmet. It's nice of them. They didn't put that area as being dirty. They only went up to there. It's like, all right, I need to get all the way up there. Just most of the way. We'll be finishing up this wall. Just a little bit. There we go. Right. Go to this section. Let's actually get the extension just so I can get all of that. It's a slightly smaller line, but get a little bit higher coverage without having to move too much. That vent, yep, alright, cool. Not sure if we need to get a weird angle for that vent or not, but it seems like it's good. That vent, yeah, vent. Might need to get up top to get the rest of that vent. Most of that I can get when I get up there. So let's go with the longer or the thicker lines and get the rest of the downstairs. Got that. Get the rest of this glass. There we go. I think we should be able to get most of this down here. Thank you, Wildlife X. Tricky. Have to open the clam. I was like, why is this lid only half done? Gonna be tricky because there's so many layers to it. All the way into that little crack. Just do big sprays and I get that wall at the same time, wall and the floor. Get as much coverage as you can. So a lot of that's going to be up top, so I need to go up there before it all gets really clean. Should really just finish out this floor. Then this lower section of the wall as well while I'm down here, and then go up there. jump down and get a little bit that I missed down here, but get the big chunks while I'm here. Definitely probably going to be missing at least one light somewhere. Garbage sent out in Multiworld so far. This floor should be just about done. Like missing a section of the floor somewhere. Oh, inside this ladder for sure. Should just pick it up and move it, but you know, it's fine. I got under it. Actually, I'll just move it just to make sure. Yep, nothing there. Okay, cool. Place. Thank you. Chunk of the floor did I miss? Oh, there's a lot here. In like a little corner like that. Behind some of these things maybe. Definitely back behind there. Underneath all that. Right floor. Where you at? Just a little bit under this helmet, maybe. Oh yeah, a lot under the helmet. This corner. So close. There's a lot right there. It kind of blends in a little bit. There we go. All right. Now let's just go ahead and head up and get everything up top. Really surprised there's nothing on the ceiling, honestly. It's like, yeah, I know the water level only really goes up to there, but there's still like some splash and stuff that would happen. Definitely be a little bit of dirt on the ceiling. Did I get that vent? No, let's go ahead and get that while I'm here. I think I got that one, yep. Cool. This weird downward angle. This section. I have to jump down and get the rest of that column, I think. Well, there might be a little bit right here. Big chunk down. Let's see, I got that wall. Yes, I got that wall. See, it might actually be better if I did it from over here with the extension. Get a little bit more. A little bit slower over there. It just barely reaches. And I get a lot of penetration, but it doesn't hit the very corner. There we go. Yeah, it was literally right at the very edge of it. Alright, should be just about that wall. That wall over there. There we go. There we go. And I'll go and get up close for this top. That, and finishing up this one, and that one. Nice. Get the other side of this castle. We get pretty close to the end of it. We are at 99%. Let me just jump right on over. Get straight down. I think I saw a tiny flash of something I missed, but maybe not. Alright, time to look at the log. That maintenance door, maintenance door, maintenance. Let's see if there's anything in the big tank. Ocean tank floor light. Did miss a light, like I said. Yep. There we go. Ocean tank. Oh yeah, that rock column. Oh yeah, there's a big chunk there that I missed. There we go. Ocean tank wall. Missed a little bit of that wall. Probably up top. Yeah. These little corners here. Or a crack or something that I missed. Oh yeah, there it is. Alright, saw that. Ocean tank round coral. Missed one. That little guy. I could see it. It's just extension. There we go. Shell Palace Arch. That side. Got one arch, but not the other. And all maintenance. Okay, not bad, not bad. Of course, hinges. Come on, hinges. God. Hinges are always the worst. Alright, door frame. Let's see. Top, maybe. Maybe over here on the side. Maybe on the other side. Yeah, yeah, other side. And a tunnel light. Which one? Really? That little guy. Right. I'm going to take this moment to get into there. There we go. Look at the little guy go. Again, that little guy's me. Yeah. Yeah, we set a bunch of garbage. I believe that was the long level, so. It did turn off co-op though, so I guess I need to turn it on every single time I boot up the game. But oh well, if I have friends that want to join, they can join. I can turn it on, but I'll have to do it each time. Yeah. Some coffee and finger got a little sticky. Weird. I don't like that. All right. All right. A couple vehicles. These will be quick. Yeah, that last level only took about 40-ish minutes. Well, wasn't too bad. Wonder if that was a long one. Well, I guess 40 minutes, yeah, that is long for my standards. Because the way I split them up is I just went to speedrun.com and then just looked at the records for each level. Anything that was less than 10 minutes, I considered that short. Anything between 10 and 20 minutes, I considered that medium. And then anything 20 minutes or longer, I put as long. There's not a ton of long levels, but the ones that are long are pretty long, so I think that's a pretty safe assumption. But like I said, we'll do this a couple times and just see how it feels. We have the rest of the year to tweak it and see what I want to change. So I am gonna try to keep up this Stacking Multiworld Series throughout the rest of the year. Will I get tired of it about halfway through? Maybe. I don't know. Having to play Necrodancer and Powerwash every single week. But once we get more and more games out of the series, the percentage time of play of each one will start to get lower and lower, and it might balance out. Who knows? Maybe I'll find other stuff that gets better viewership. Start focusing on that. Maybe I'll enjoy those more. Hell, I don't know. So I do want to start like hosting actual multi-worlds, get other people involved and stuff, but we need to get an actual like community up and going first, and then go from there. We'll see. Any of you out there watching on the YouTubes, if you want to join in, let me know. Start up something. Who knows? Alright, wrapping up this one. Getting all the little things from the topward angle. These lights I always seem to miss. Go. I think that is everything of note. Let's see what we missed. A bumper. Not that bumper. This bumper, yeah. I always miss the back part here. There we go. With headlights. Loading door. I always focus this part pretty hard, but I always seem to miss it. Something in here. I don't know exactly which part it is that I miss. tiny little, yeah, tiny little crack there. Seem to miss every time. All right. Run around, tap my highlight just to see what I miss. I always miss that trim as well because I got to get from a downward angle to get a little bit in this little crack here. On this side. Yep, there we go. All right, let's see here. What else? Roof reflector. Which one? None of those. Did I run by it? Yep, that one. All right. Side body trim, this little guy. Wipers. You saw me focus on the wipers so much. I'm like, all right, no, I'm going to miss the wipers. And a mirror. Which mirror? That little mirror. There we go. Wholly assembled Symphony of Night. I don't know how useful that is, but it might be useful. It does say it's a progressive or progression item, so. This little guy. Gives us 3 levels left. This one of the small Tomb Raider ones, and then Airbuster. Time for a ding storm. Ding, 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 ding. Get every angle. Everything in there. Many little pieces. So many. This might be the largest location to area ratio level there is. Which is how ridiculous it is. Jumping around, get the downward angle of stuff that I missed. All right. One single wire. That little guy. Yeah, see how tiny that is? I spent a lot of time in there too. Yeah. How did I miss all these little things? Toe ring. Right angle. Yep. Reactor. Flux box. Those guys. Yes, those things. I know exactly what those are. Spoilers. I don't know what those are. Periscope. And wipers. I always try to focus the wipers, and it's just like, nope. Didn't focus enough. Did it. All right. Enough Back to the Future. So Airbuster is a medium, I know. What's over here? Jeep motorboat. Not too bad. Should be a short. Go. Bing. So the way I have my ammo set up, we are going to see all the short levels pretty often because I think I have half of them in the ammo, but I mean, they are short, so in order to increase the location count a little bit, I added a bunch, but it could be tweaked. Maybe I'll take, if we're still spending too much time in powerwash compared to other games, maybe I'll take some more short out. Maybe we'll add even less. Because this is our 3rd episode of powerwash. Chrono Trigger usually has at most 2. Wind Waker has sometimes 3. Definitely my 2 longest games are Wind Waker and powerwash. We might add more longer games, and I might skew the ratio some. It can be adjusted as we go. And since Chrono Trigger was the very first game added to the series, it's okay if it's pretty short, because we're still going to be seeing a lot of it. Oh yeah, big coverage. This side of the boat. So that, let's get the Jeep real quick. Get these tires, please. Probably need to get the inside. Fine, we'll get it as we go around. Say as we go around and then just jump straight to the center. Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is why I need to open the doors. Oh my god. There are moving parts. It's unheard of. I wonder if they added more stuff like that to powerwash 2. I haven't actually tried that one yet. I would imagine they added more more gimmicks to it. Maybe I'll pick it up once they develop a AP world for it. That seems to be my motivation these days of playing new games. It's like, oh, there's an Archipelago implementation for it. All right, I'll play it. Seat. I'm on seat. Where's your last little bit? There we go. Nice. Saw a flash of something. No, door. Something on the inside. There, come on, there we go. See this door. I think that's most of the Jeep. Nothing over here. Oh, there we go. Underside. Just a little bit of this hull. Okay. Deck trim. Yeah, that one's always tricky to get. Finish out. Can I get the window? Yep, seems so. Alright, trim. Send you. No, that's just the sky reflection. There we go. Alright, then we'll look at the log. Jeep wheel arch. Which one? That one. This bumper. Yeah. as always. Windshield wiper. As always. Trim. So I guess this is the deck. Oh, they split up the deck trim into separate sections? Oh, apparently they did. Thought it was one thing the entire way. Alright. A wider coverage. Just trying to hit that tiny little bit of a single direct point of contact. Not great. Usually the Trident's great because it has, wide splash, but in order to get the splash, you need to actually be able to hit first. Siren. What the hell is a siren? Oh, that's siren? I was thinking it would be like a light or something. Infinite range arms. It's like open door, closed door. All right, stabilizer fan and a headlight. That's rudder. Stabilizer fan. These guys. Yep. One more level to go. To the Airbuster. This hunker. Pretty sure this guy's considered a medium. Or maybe not. I don't know. Lots of little bits you need to focus on. The initial cleaning will be quick. You can hit it hard, but then you gotta really focus on the little joints and stuff afterwards, which can take a little bit of time. But we'll see. We got some pretty thick grime in places. I spent a little bit of time even with the Trident. Green area takes a little bit to get through. just attach the ladder to the scaffolding so then I can just go straight to the top? That'd be nice. Because I like the scaffolding for the height, but man, trying to get up those stairs is a pain. Yeah, now I'm at the point where it's like, alright, I want to get a little bit of height on this thing. I really don't want to go up the scaffolding. So, let's just anywhere we can actually bounce on. No, really. It's a little high. Up the arm though? Yeah, okay, I'll go up the arm. Alright, it's not a bad angle. Really gonna have to get all the way down into that little pipe. I mean, we're gonna have to get down into that pipe. Okay. That's gonna how you're gonna be. Go. Things are starting to come in now. To pick up, see, there we go, yep. More moving parts. I can get up into there now. Nice. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna get up all of these little finger joints. This is where most of the time is going to be spent. Making sure I don't miss any little bit of all these little parts. Make liberal use of the highlighting. Do kind of wish the highlight was a toggle instead of me just having to hit it over and over and over again. So I'll get up there to get all the angles possible. Nope, too close. Losing control camera. Now I can see why, but this is a medium. At the beginning, it's like, oh, it might not be too bad. Nope. So many little tight areas to get down into. These are the different styles of levels. Not a huge fan of these styles where you need to find every little crack you need to get down into. Whereas aquarium, it's just kind of large and sweeping, which, I don't know, it's a lot more satisfying. Stuff like this, it's like, alright, you gotta just get just the right little angle to get down into there. It's just like, come on, just clean it. I can see it. Just clean it. To constantly tap the highlight, whereas with the aquarium, which is kind of like, yeah, I can see where the dirt is. It's fine. I don't need to worry too much. And you just kind of zone out and go with the flow. Just gonna get down into that crack, please. Doesn't help that your actual viewing camera is not the same angle as your spray. So a lot of times what you can see isn't exactly what your spray is going to be able to hit. So you need to make some micro adjustments. Like this area, it can't get that. Camera can see it, but I'm not hitting that particular angle. Might be able to hit it with the bottom spray. No. So I got to kind of go to the right a little bit, or left a little bit, so I can spray a little further right to get up in there. That's why you just kind of make a bunch of little micro steps as you go, so you can try to get as many angles as possible as you go around. There's a way to open that cover. Well, shit. Okay. Damn you. Alright, what else am I missing? Any other activatable things that I'm missing? That's covers. Then I saw something of plates. Chest doors. Okay. Alright, well, that solves some things. Oh, it still stands though. Missing that little bit, that little bit. Shadow makes that look like dirt, but it's not. Get down below. Spot here that I missed. I think that's most of it for back here, but I saw a little bit over there, a little bit back there. Keep getting the underside. Alright, got that. Dirt well. Down in there. String. This section entirely. Get out of the way. Looking for more blue. Where's more blue? Where's more blue? Where's more blue? I don't see any more blue. Oops. There. Let's see. Find that angle. This cannon needs a little bit. Both of them, honestly. Blue from above angle. I think there was a little bit like over here somewhere. Some down there. Alright, I think it's about time to start hitting the log. No, there's a lot right here. This weird angle. I'll just probably need to get that over here as well. That looks like dirt so bad. Different vent style on each side. Just clean out that little bit. Okay. Shoulder guard still needs a little bit. There, I'm missing it, but I'm missing it. Finish up. Still a big chunk somewhere that I'm missing. Like up in there. Find a good angle for any of that. Oh, yeah, no, it is that little section. Okay. There we go. Alright, what do I see? Base side panel. That little guy. Go. Base side turret well. You. Beam launchers way up there. Get down into each one of these. Yep. There's that one. And that one. Tank buster vent. Let's see, where's that at? Tank buster vent, where are you? Oh, there it is. That little guy. Which angle am I missing? Very top? Yeah, very top. Underneath this pipe. Oh, hose. Yeah, it says it's a pipe. Nope. And wrist hinges. Angles for that. Nope. Bad mouse wheel. See exactly. Oh, there we go. That's what we're missing. There we go. Probably same over here. Yep. Underneath. Oh, nope. I fell. Let's see. Is there a good ladder spot right there? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, actually. There we go. That is goal complete. Didn't send out anything with the goal because we get every single check, so. Yeah, it took about an hour and a half or so. Not too bad. I'll have to calculate all of my other videos and see about how much time we spent on Power Wash. I still think it's going to be higher than any other game, but we'll see. We can make some tweaks. That's it for Power Wash. Take a quick little break as I set up Symphony of the Night. Stand up, stretch my legs a little bit, and I will be back in a couple minutes. Well, a little more than a couple minutes, but I'll be back.